Welcome back. Today we're talking about switching from Cisco CCNA, day 5, part 2. Thank you for joining with CML InfoTech. Okay, now we're talking about the configurations. So as an example, like you have a switch and I refer the port number F01, F02, F03, and F04. We connected flow system. Okay. At the switch name, let's say by default, the switch name is called switch. We can put switch name. We can put the switch name called CML SW1. Switch name is generally based on the location, based on the company. It depends. They could be their own format. Now, how do we configure the host name to the switch? That's the first question. Now, as I said, you need to log into the switch via console cable. We'll have the physical session. Now, after you turn on the switch, you're gonna get the switch name like switch greater sign. You need to put EN enable. This is called enter. Then it will come like switch. Then you need to put the command called config T. Config T. Then it comes like switch open bracket, config close bracket, like this. There you need to put the command HO, the shortcut, or you can put the complete name called host name, then the switch name. So let's say host name space name of the switch. Name of the switch. This is the syntax. It's called syntax. So in reality, this means you are already in global configuration mode. There I'm going to put host name space CML SW1. If you put enter, then your name comes like, instead of switch, your name comes like CML SW1. Then it comes like config. Okay, so we'll do the test. Hope you understood the command functions. So let us go back to the switch. Now, the default switch, I given the switch name SW1, but it is by default called switch. So let's say double click the switch. Enter. You need to put EN config T or config terminal. Then the command called HO. If you put the question mark after HO, you'll see the host name. Either you can put host name completely by typing or tab key or just a HO. Then it will tell that this system is a network name. You need to put the word, whatever the name that you would like to. Example, CML-SW1. Now you can see the switch name is being changed. CML-SW1. If you wanted to change the old name, again you need to go to change to SW switch. Change to switch. Or you can put XYZ. Whatever the name that you prefer, you can put that. The host name gonna change. Now, the moment you change the host name, that is being reflected in the RAM. So as you know, the concept called RAM and ROM. Now here in the switch, we have RAM, Nvram, and Flash. The RAM, as we know already, it's a temporary area. So whenever you do some changes, the change is going to be affected at the same time, which will be stored in the RAM. Like for example, if you change the IP address of the interface, that will be reflected in the RAM. But when you restart the device, you will get the old configuration until you save it. So the moment you do some changes in the network devices, that changes will be affected at the same time, it will be stored in the RAM. Therefore, when I change the host name, this being reflected. Okay, that reflection can be seen from switch privilege mode. I said the show command, show run, 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 or running config. The show run command to see the content in the RAM or the running configuration, whatever the current ongoing commands that's available can be seen from the running configuration. Let's see how we can see this. So now we change the command host name, and I set the show run command. Let's, for example, show. Hope you can see my screen. Show run. I'm unable to do this command because, as I said in the very beginning, in order to do any show commands, you need to go back to the privilege mode, which is called exit command. Exit, and here you can see show run. The full command of the run is called running config. The short is called run. There you can see your host name is being changed to CML SW1. Okay. Now I'm going to the config T mode. I'm changing the host name is to CML switch. SWITCH. Again, the name has been changed. Now again, I need to put show run, but the show run is not working. There is an extra command that you need to put called do. Then you can put show run. It means that in order to run show commands, either you need to go to privilege mode, or you can do from the same mode by giving start with the do. But when you do start with the do command, the tab key will not work. The tab key won't work. Like for example, you need to type the command by manually. Here you can see that CML SW, the switch. Okay. Now, this is in the RAM. When you switch is restarted, this command will go and back to the old command. To avoid that, whenever you have performed any configuration, you have to save it. In order to save the command or the whatever the configuration that you have performed, in order to save it, you have another command. After you save, it will go to Nvram. So the Nvram is used for permanent configuration, which is used to see show startup configuration. So show run used to see from the RAM. Show start is used to see from the Nvram. The RAM will contain the temporary configuration, which will be erased if the system or the device is got restarted. Like in the Word, you have typed so many commands, but you have not saved. So if it's closed or if you restarted, the content will be erased the same way. The Nvram is for the permanent command that's going to see from the show start command. Let's see what we can see from the show start. Let's say I'm going to use this product and then do show start. you can see that startup config is not present. The meaning that you have performed the configuration, like changing the switch name, etc. But that name, when you changed, can be available in the running config, but not saved to see in the startup config. You need to save it. You need to save the command. To save the command, to save from RAM to Nvram, which means from show run to show start. One of the command either you need to do from SW switch, either you need to do from the privilege mode called copy run start. Okay, or you can do write short command. The shortcut command of the write is called just WR. If you're not in the privilege mode or in any higher mode, you need to do WR. Let's say we are in, yes, in the we are in the global configuration mode. So simple way, do WR. Your command is being saved. Now, before I checked do show start, we don't have any because of we configured, so we haven't saved. Now we save, then let me again check with do show start. Now you can see the host name, CML switch. For testing purpose, what we can do, I'm going to change the host name CCNA lab. Okay, the CCNA lab, when we change the host name, that name can be seen in the RAM, which is run, which is in the running configuration. You can see the host name has been changed. But when you type do show start, still you can see the old name. The reason we changed the host name, but we haven't saved, therefore couldn't see. So the running configuration to see the current configuration and the startup configuration to see the saved configuration. That's the major difference. Okay. In order to change the host name, you need to do command called host name, then the name of the switch, whatever it is. Okay. Now, if you look into the lab, you can see 4 ports. Port number 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 ports are up. Up means green, like F01, F02, F03, and F04, which those 4 interfaces are up currently. So to see the interface status, whether it is up, whether it is down, there is a specific command. The command is called show IP interface status or brief. Show IP interface brief. There we can see, let's say I put the command called show IP interface brief. In shortly that you can put show IP INT brief. INT is the shortcut of interface. There you can see the first port number 1, 2, 3, 4 are up. The rest of them are until port number all are down. All the ports are down, excluding the first 4 ports. The reason for the first port is up because we connected 4 of them to the systems. By default, when you connect anything to the switch, the port number of the switch will be automatically up. Okay, so let's say I'm connecting one more If you look into the port number 5, which are currently down. Okay, let me do one thing. I will connect one more system. Let's say I'm connecting a laptop. And I'm going to use this light cable from the fast Ethernet port, connecting to any port number. Let's, for example, I'm connecting to the port number 5. I connected the port number 5, and let me see what is the status of the port. You can see that link 5 changed. Interface fast Ethernet 05 changed the state up. The interface is up now. Okay, now you type again, show IP interface brief. I just put the up and down arrow key to see the previous command. Instead of typing again, you can see that the port number 5 is up again. Okay, so the moment you connect anything to the port, it will be up automatically. Fine. I wanted to down the port by manually. I wanted to, in order to down, we technically call it as shut down the port. Okay, so to shut down the port, for example, I want to shut down the port number 5. It's currently up. How do I need to shut down the port number? So for example, in order to shut down or in order to do anything to the specific port, you need to enter to that port first. Let's say we can see the port number 5. Okay, you are currently into privilege mode. We're going to start from the very beginning. You are into the user mode. You put enable. Now you are in privilege mode. You put the config team mode. You are into global configuration mode. Now from this mode, you need to put the command called int, which is called interface. Then you put the question mark. You can see the various type of ports available in the switch. You need to know, first of all, which port that you're going to enter. Let's say I would like to enter the port number fast Ethernet 505. There you can see the port number. If you put the question mark, you can see that fast Ethernet. So let's interface FA tab. You become now in the fast Ethernet, and you put the question mark. You can see that the interface, like from, for example, 0. Then it is asked to put the slash. I'm putting the question mark every after command. So it says slash. Then again, you put the question mark. You can see that 0 to 24. So here you can see my port number by physically the fast Ethernet 0 module, the first module, and the port number 5. Okay. So now we reached until fast Ethernet first module 0, then the slash, then I put the 5. Then you put the question mark. That thing after that, you just enter. Now you are into config-if. You are into the interface mode, port number 05. Here you can see the many commands. You can also see one command called shutdown. In order to see what are the available command in that port, you need just put the question mark. You can see many things. You can see, for example, duplex. We have talked about duplex in the OSI layer 5. Like session layer, duplex, half duplex, full duplex, like this. Then again, you can see the speed. You can by physically define what speed that you need. By default, the port will be act automatically, the speed. Now, we can talk this later. We are talking about shutdown. Now you can see, if you go back to the port number 5, you can see the port number 5 is up automatically when you connect something to that port. Now, you can see you are into that port for a port number 05, and you want to manually shut down the port. Okay, so I'm gonna do SH. If you put the shutdown, if you put the SH is the short, or you can put the complete command shutdown. But in the very beginning, I recommended you to put all the commands for you to better to gain more knowledge on specific commands. See, now I put the command called shutdown. The moment I type shutdown command, you can see that the port number 5 administratively down. Okay, let's say I'm going to give a command again, do show IP int brief. int is the full command of the interface. So this is the shortcut command. So show IP int brief. Now you can see that port number 5 is down, administratively down, which means someone by statically down. Okay, we look into the lab how it is look now. So going back to the port number 5, you can see it's a red color, which means the port is down now. Port is by manually down. So now I wanted to up the interface by manually. In order to up in Cisco or in major with any other vendor, majority of the command is negative into the opposite, like shutdown, no shutdown. So no is the opposite of the shutdown command. Okay, like for example, no shutdown, which means to up. So the moment I put no shutdown to that port number 5, says the port number 5 is up. Okay, let me try again with show IP int brief command. Here you can see that the port is up now. Okay, and looking to the lab, you can see the port is coming back. Here you can see the port 5. Here is a red color, the kind of orange, then it's going to be orange color. Generally, when you connect something to the switch port will take up to 50 seconds. Now it's become green. I'll let you know why it's taking 50 seconds. What is the reason behind? How we can make it fast? It comes under spanning tree protocol concepts. Okay, now you can see this app. Okay, that's it. There is another command called show interface 0/5. Let's see what can we see in this. Here you can see the port is up and it is connected, and you can see the bandwidth. Bandwidth means the speed which can deliver to that port, which is 100 Mbps. Then there are few majority topics to be discussed. We can discuss few now. You can see the full duplex. Full duplex is the default duplex states that's going to be communicate two-way at the same time. Like you can see that half duplex, simplex, and full duplex. Now it's by default it's a full duplex, which means that you can send and receive the data at the same time. That's the short concept. Then somewhere you can see here FIFO, first in first out. This is the QoS concept. Whatever comes first to the port will be delivered to the first. Okay, this is one of the command to see the status of the port. Whether, let's say, sometimes you say that speed is different or the duplex is not getting matched, is mismatched, so that you can use this command to see. There's another command to see called the MAC address. So like MAC address table. By default, the MAC address table is empty. We have a few topics to discuss about the MAC address. Any doubt in this topic? Okay, I need you to do the lab. Hope everybody has been logged into this tool. In order to log into this tool, you need a Cisco login. If you don't have a Cisco login, try to create And let me know if you're facing any error or issue. I can help you to log into this tool. The next week lab, everyone has to do it from the tool that here you can see 4 systems. Here you can see 4 systems in one network. I need, and here you can see 2960 switch. Instead 2960 switch, you need to create 3560 switch. If you go down, you can see from the switch, you can see the 3560, the switch model. Okay, so I can create a lab for you in soft in the design. What you have to do on the next week, next session, create one switch. Okay, the switch model number 3560. Okay, put the host name, switch 1. Okay, connect 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2. You can use a system desktop or you can use a laptop. Connect 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, this system IP address is .1 .2 .3 .4, like 10.0.0.1 10.0.0.2. This all are 10 network. Okay, so you can use a port number. Let's see, what is a port number when using switch model 3560? Let's say you just need to simply track 3560, and if you click the switch, CLI, here you need to put no, enable, show, run. You can see fast Ethernet 01, or even you can put show IP int brief. Show IP int. You can see majority ports, it's a 24 ports, all are fast Ethernet. Fast Ethernet 0102 like this. So let's say this is F01, F02, F03, F04, F05, F06, F07, F08, F09, F010, F011, F012. Okay, this IP address again .1, .2, .3, .4. This one called 172.16.0.1/16. So this whole network is 172.16.0.0. Okay, and this is 192.168. 0.020 .1 .2 .3 .4. Okay, so what I meant that, let's say this is PC 0 1 2, PC 3, this is PC 4, PC 5, P6, this is PC 7. This is PC 8, PC 9, PC 10, PC 11. So from PC 0, 10.0.0.18, PC 1, PC 2, PC 3, 10.0.0.2, 10.0.0.10, 10.0.0.3, 10.0.0.4/8 slash. Now, PC4, PC5, PC6, PC7, which is 172.16.01, 16, 02, 03, 04. 60. All are same. Now, PC8, PC9, PC10, PC11, 192, 168, 01, 24, 02, 02, 03, 04. Like this, we need to assign an IP address. Okay. Then, after you assign an IP address like this, check from whom to whom they can communicate. Like, for example, PC0 to PC1. Try to ping and see what is the result. Same thing from PC0 to, try to ping to PC10. Each other. In the switch, you just need to assign host name. No other configuration required in the system. Just to cross check all the ports are up. Then after assign the system IP, go to system from the CMD. You try ping each other and to see from where to where is able to reach and where not, and the reason why they're not able to reach each other. Okay, so we will talk about VLAN, Ethernet, MAC address, switching, working concept like a theory, and the benefit of VLAN, how the VLAN came, and how do we do configure, what need to test, etc. on the next session, inshallah. Okay, so thank you for joining with us. The next session, we're going to talk about VLAN, Ethernet on those areas. Hope you enjoyed the session. I recommended all you need to do the lab. When you start performing the lab, then only you will have more questions, more doubts that can be easily addressable and to work on the more practical areas. Okay, thank you. Have a good time. So this session was day 6, part 2 from CML InfoTech. Thank you. Have a good day.